Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Welcome to today, another New York Open, June the 25th. What has happened? Well, we got the Micron's earnings, and it was a firework. It was pretty good. Numbers was beat all expectations, top and bottom, and that really reflected, on the market. So the NQ really, took a big runner to the upside. So that's kind of where we are. So we really gapped up, and then about an hour, a little bit over half an hour ago, we got the PC and GDP reports. That's also kind of look exciting for the market. So we got a little bit of gap up just at that print, and so we are trading um, close to the top of the range, right? So we're selling off a little bit, after the PC and GDP print, but it's very likely that this we'll see how the market reacts at the open, if there's going to be sell-off or a continuation to the upside. Okay, so what's the expectation today? It's typical. Just we'll see how price move, and join the trend that the market is trying to display. So the other thing I've always noticed, I think this is always going to just really how I've always seen the market when there is a selling pressure, prior day, and we actually have a catalyst. Just so you know, there is a catalyst right now, which is the Micron. It really put some catalyst in the market with regards to the tech sector. So now usually those catalysts, it tends to work their way, in the direction where that catalyst is, which in this case, is a price to the upside direction. So that catalyst will play out, and so I would say, if the market starts selling off from here, it's great. We'll see how much it sells off, and find key levels and see how deep the sell-off is, and if it's something that shows they want to continue, you join the momentum right to that direction. But just generally, the catalyst always, I think it always wins, in my opinion. So we'll see, right? We'll see what happens here. No one can predict, if this is gonna, embolden sellers to come in and start taking profit, because there's clearly gonna be some profit taking. That's gonna happen today, no doubt, right? So the question is how deep the profit taking will be what's gonna direct, the direction of the market. So obviously, previous day close, it's certainly a good target. That's almost like 600 point from here. We're gonna get it, and we're still very, very far from the highs. We're not nowhere near it. So let me come here and see if I can pull up some higher time frame chart here. Well, we still got about 10 minutes to the market open. So this is let me actually go to the daily first. I'll start with the daily. Okay. Coming up. All right, so here's our daily. Gives you a very clear picture. We definitely, the 50 EMA is really acting as a key support, right, on the daily, and we're pretty far from it, and we are just sitting on top of the 14 EMA, right, just a little bit above it. So will the 14 EMA continue to act as a new support with this new catalyst, right? So maybe price sell off to the 14 EMA. In this case, let me see what that price is on my chart. Is about yeah, about 3114. So we're pretty close there. So it's just really a few. We're right now we're trading at 31. We're trading at 156. So we're all in the 30s. So we're trading at 156. 114 is the 14 EMA, which I would say we're actually sitting on, right? So you can see, you can either see this 14 EMA as a support, right, to push us higher, or it could be, well, certainly it's not rejecting right now because it's above it, so I won't say it's a rejection, but it would. So it's like I said, because the catalyst is there, the probability is that this will, you know, this 14 EMA at best will act as a support and then push this higher. Now it could continue to break down. Now if it's continuing to break down, then there's a lot of room to the downside. But given the fact that we have a catalyst, I'm not sure how much, you know, it will push, but there's obviously the difference between the 14 and the 50 EMA just, you know, have a big opening, right? Maybe we may not get that today, maybe some other time later in the week or next week. But as of today, because we want to look at the moment, right? This catalyst here, I think is something that, you know, really want to play its way out for now. So that's the hourly. So we're kind of in a, so the previous candle, right? So this is the previous, so you can see we have a very high top wick here. This usually, I think this happened after the micro news came in. So, you know, just, I don't know if I'll call this a gap, but this is a price area here that's, you know, a lot of things could happen, right? So this just kind of give me a little bit of concern here, right? How price is going to react with this zone, because this is really after hours reaction. So we'll see how that plays out. But, you know, it's kind of very hard to tell, you know, what is, we're really almost in a range within the bigger time frame, right? At least not, we're definitely kind of getting away from yesterday's daily range, but we're in the previous day range. So this is the big sell-off, right? We're still just right at the center. So we'll see what happens. And then let me go to, so I'll look at the, so now we'll go to the 1 hour and then kind of see where, so this is the micron release yesterday, this main candle here. So if you're looking for retracement, right, there's certainly some very good hourly retracement, right? You can see here, you know, at this wick here of this candle could be a very good place for retracement, which is around, you know, 29,900, right? So almost 200 points from here could be a good place of retracement. So that's something I think is a high probability, I would say so. But again, we'll see. The market open will decide if that is where price really want to go. And then this, given the catalyst we have in place, I think this will suddenly drive, you know, a real big price to the a big push to the upside, right? So for me personally, I think that's what I would look for. If I see the opening, there's a sell-off, right? If I'm not comfortable joining the short, I would just wait for price to come to this, you know, this liquidity area here, right around here where you have this doji, right? So this was in the Asian session, or probably say the Asia low, right? So 29, mark it again, 29, yeah, the 29,900 space, right? So you want to mark that on your chart. And then let's go to the 15 minutes quickly so you can get a better view. So the area here, this is the area I was talking about right here. So yeah, so it's a good area to mark. And yeah, so the 15 minutes is also very clear as well too. So right now the 15 minutes we're just, you know, like sitting on top of the 14 EMA. you know. So the 15 minutes to 1 hour, they're both sitting at the 14 EMA. So which also kind of give you a sign that could be a strong support, right? Because they're well aligned. And yeah. And then your multi-time frame, we were very bearish yesterday, so I think we're building towards the bullish side. So that's why we have our three time frame now, 15. Well, it's 5 minutes. You know, the 15 and the 1 hour, you know, should be the at least the 15 minutes and the 1 hour the bullish, right? If I go to the 5 minutes, let's make sure we get that clear. And so yeah, so the 5 minutes is short because we just had some sell-off. But I think the time frame they're building up now from the lower time frame to the higher time frame. You know, typically I've always seen this using the execution watchdog, right? That it's a high probability that it's going to continue to build, right, to the higher time frame. So we're now, I mean, what I'm trying to say here is this, right? There is more probability of a, you know, bullish upside because we're building the bullish thesis, right? And I think it will continue until all higher time frame um, are aligned. Anyway, so that's the quick market analysis, and so the market will be open in less than 2 minutes. And as always, I'll go in the background and keep my live stream on, and we'll take trades as I see it. All right, see you at the open. right, so what is expected? Seeing some very early selling, which I wouldn't be surprised because I mean, given where we're coming from, right, the market is attempting to take some bearish turn, and we had a catalyst, and certainly some profit taking is happening right now. So, but like I said, I'm gonna watch this for the next half an hour to an hour, and kind of really see how price want to react. And but I think I would certainly want to wait for the real move, which we will see. And but right now, I won't participate in this price action right now. All right, okay, I'll be on the background. And guys, just watch out for the Asia low, so the 29,925, right? So we're kind of getting close to there, but that will certainly be a key. It's expected to be a key support area with the catalyst we have in place. So if it breaks down from there, then which means that catalyst, I would say, is almost, I would say, is faded, right? But that will be a key reaction. So just watch for that level, and I'll be watching it as well too. Okay. Whoa, what a sell-off. Yeah, this was um, yeah, they took everything. They completely sold out the entire pre-market gain, and yeah, this, like I said, it's what didn't really expect it, but I didn't take any trades. I didn't take shorts. I didn't take long. So I don't know. I need to reassess what is going on here. But the entire market has flipped. Uh, I felt like and look at the 1 minute here. The 1 minute actually gave a clear signal for, yeah, this was the real, this was a signal to go short really after the first 5 minutes. It was just so obvious. And so now look at the pattern they've created now. So everything is really trading way below the 14 EMA. So this, if this hold, then, which means it will hold because we're already half an hour into the open. So maybe we get a V-shaped recovery. Yeah, I think I'm late on the short. I just did not. I will not be participating in short from here, and there's certainly no long for sure. Like with the catalyst is gone, right? Unless we create a very decisive lower high. Because now the other thing you need to point out that we just tapped previous day low. Okay, so that's very interesting. We tapped previous day low, and which we're pushing back up. But right now, because of this money move, we need to see a clear, at least I need to see a clear defined structure, right? If we're gonna print a high low, and then that would be a good, and then I could technically want to go for the long side. But until then, yeah, it's missed the move. It's okay. Very upset, but it sucks, but that's what it is. I just I'll let it bother me, and yeah, find another opportunity. So that's why we're here. All right, so we just crossed on the one, so place, this is the 1 minute. Just want to point this out because I mean, because of the kind of move we made, I think I just want to see what the 1 minute is telling me here. So it looks like it wants to start pushing higher. That's basically what it's telling us. But again, this could just be a push up for short entry, right? Which will continue to the downside. But right now the daily chart is bearish. Okay, the 4 hours is bearish, so that was suddenly weigh on the market. So but yeah, if you're a bear, this is where you really want to take an entry right now. You should take a short here, right? But with the fact that daily in the 4 hours is bearish, yeah, and this should be a short entry, and at least target this this one, the daily low. Your stop should just be right at this wick of this 1 minute here. Yeah. But I'm not bearish. Just want to point that out. I'm not. I would love to be bearish right here, but not here. I will be bearish if we break this low. This will be a confirmed strong bearish continuation. But a better entry is actually right here where we are right now. So we can't, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think this is definitely a good entry for bear. bearish entry. Probably. If this is the trend for the day. Okay, let me see what the stocks are doing. Okay, the Dow is up a lot, significantly higher than the MQ. Micron still holding. Nvidia is decisively lower, so okay, I could explain. And Apple is melting. So Nvidia, Apple is probably what is pushing the market down right now. Let's see. What's the news on Apple? Oh, they increased price on their MacBook. Apple raises Mac and iPad prices due to chip shortage. Okay. So Apple is the reason the market is falling. Okay. Yeah, so Apple and Nvidia is driving the Nasdaq down. Let's see. So yeah, all Mac 7 is down significantly. Nvidia 4%, Apple almost 14%. Whoa. Intel 3%, AMD 2%, Marvell almost 6%, Alphabet 5%, Microsoft. Okay, so yeah, this is a big tech sell-off today for sure. So I don't know. I think yeah, this should be okay. So pushing higher. Let's see. We're breaking. So given the fact that we have all the Mark 7 down today, I really think this. I'm not convinced, right? I'm not turning bearish for the day. So it's time for me now to find an entry, right? So let's see. All right, let's go back to the 5 minutes now. Okay. Yeah, I can't go long if Nvidia Apple is more than both of them are almost 5% down. Like nah, it's I don't care where the price is, but I just can't. I can't be along. No, it's not happening. Sorry about that, but it's just this. Those are the guys that drive the market, right? So I know we're really, pushing up here, but I do not trust this move at all. So we'll see. Might get to so in the 5 minutes, let's see if the EMA will be a rejection and give us a clear entry. But the good news is this, right? So this is what I think we're seeing here. pretty big push to the upside from the low here. So maybe this is our temporary low for the day, right? Right here could be our low for the day. So for me, given all the cross current in the market, can we retest this low? Right? It's a big question. Very likely. I mean, like if all the Mark 7 stays where they are, we will retest. I mean, it's very likely this low will be retested. So when is it going to start reversing? Maybe from here, right? So man, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take one position, just one. I want to see if it top. I'm just going to put my sell. All right, bye. Sorry. I'm going to put my sell limit order here for just one position. And just top there. Yeah, I'm still watching. So Nvidia, they're actually going up now. Apple is not. So Intel is almost recovering. AMD is now fully recovered. Yeah. All right. So yeah, I don't know. This morning session, I think the fact that I missed this shot, it's kind of really getting in my head. So when I get in this, I think it's just better I just call it a day for trading because I will. It's very likely I'll make more mistakes. So um, yeah, all I can say is we're really in a very interesting zone here, right? Consolidation, where it's going to go from here. Maybe continue to go lower, continue to go higher, right? But the easy money move, yeah, which really happened this morning, I think I wasn't part of it. So the trade here is going to be very challenging, and I think I feel I'm not in the right mind to engage in this area here. So it's really not going to be in my best interest. So I'll call it out, and then maybe later in the afternoon, I can. Depends on what is happening. I can, want to join the market again. But right now, I think yeah, we're kind of getting to a very very challenging zone here, and I don't want to. I don't want to take. I don't want to take trades here. So yeah, missed it today. Hopefully tomorrow we'll get a better, get him out, better price. Well, there was a better price entering for sure, but get involved, when the move starts. But yep.